right, in the social contract, first 120 days. Social contract is Excellency John Dramani Mahama ni Ghana for resetting Ghana. Yes, starting fee number 1. The first in the social contract, nominate within the first 14 days the complete list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval. That has been done. Constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic in my first 90 days in office. I don't know why. I don't know why. So why?
Depends on your definition of government, leanest government.
What do you think his definition was? Not my definition, his definition. Because at that time, I said Ghana for born and out of
123.
So Oko Jubilee, apart from ministers and deputies, Oko Jubilee House and Nipe Sumo.
And I do super. I'm only compare Kufuado Diane and Hawaii.
Right. Yeah, Twaso. Number 2, and I solo say or they compare Nanado Diane. Establish a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials. And hold a national economic dialogue to discuss true state of the economy and prepare for homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget. And also within my first 90 days in office, scrap the following draconian taxes to alleviate hardships and ease the high cost of doing business. E-levy, COVID levy, SM. 10% levy on betting wins. Emission levy. Within my first 90 days in office, review taxes and levies on vehicles with and equipment imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes. And also, commence the drafting needed legal amendments and prepare for implementing the 24-hour economy policy under the office of the president. Number 8, 26, resetting Ghana. Was say establish an accelerated export development council to promote the export as part of a broader strategy for economic transformation. Number 9, convene a national consultative conference on education. Why? Export. 3 days ago, right? Okay, into number 8. Why? Number 9. Why? Number 10. Number 10, implement the no-year academic fees policy for all first-year students in public tertiary institutions, universities, colleges of education, nursing training institute. I don't know about it. Implementation. Number 11, introduce the following social intervention: free tertiary education for persons with disability. I don't know. The Education Medical Care Trust, Mahama Care, and Onua the salary 6 months. While forcing ministers also at the 1 month the urem force. Was it? Commence the distribution of free sanitary pad. I don't know what to a sanitary pad now for sanitary pad. What much I am a branch about Kukrabi.
Every other commander.
Debbie, you don't know what to channel. What to channel my school in boy back. As I
not a school in here again.
Not one student. What's it? Institute inquiries and forensic audits into the following matters: public interest, the collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks, and financial institution at a supposed cost of 25 billion Ghana cedi illegal printing of money. 58 million national cathedral scandal. Illegal and inflated single source contracts. COVID-19 expenditure scandal. PDS. Ejapa. SML. Ambulance spare parts deal. 13 African Games Skytrain. Pualugu Dam. Marset. Galamsey fraud. Missing excavators. Tricycle. Sputnik V. Bus scandal. And others. And no oral. Estati when you know oral. Who juma di who report Ekoma Attorney General the chief sorry plus sorry enra me hu no me hu na crofo na be no sorry yeah 14 institute a government policy banning political appointees from purchasing state assets. I don't know His Excellency what can on the code of conduct. Allocate seed money for the establishment of Women Development Bank. And on the Vice President in charge. Now we go to London. Down on bisa Felix of Sukwach say on my update. Was any update bia?
Only update.
There be update in Wabeka say that I say, oh you okay. President Swama who say she's recuperating. Maybe I fine. Name doctor say man quite say Wamra Ghana.
And you go so. Impacting advice na.
I be say or because I call live 2 weeks now to what my update. I boss say update be a doctor man quite say my name na woman. 2 weeks no so call doctor man quite. Henry
I say ka betu na firo.
President Mahama on for me advice. Eh ya na wa to kwan kakra.
Pass in the chief Debradia. Ade
Obetima for me as acting.
Me say chief Debradia.
That mean what you position and jama me ni position bia.
Why they won't tell you?
What the man abedi?
Me meji kurampo to kwan ya.
O baba no you definition ba. Allocate I say launch the following priority job creation programs in the first budget. Ejuma wura program why? National apprenticeship program. Eno na say omo ye ho adwuma. Why ho? 1 million coders program. Eno no 500. And why more? Aka 500. After 17 was say commence the review of Customs Amendment Act 2020 to scrap the law banning the importation of salvage vehicles to rescue the local automotive industry at Swamimazi, Kokompe, Aboso Kai, among others. And no, Marshall. Lay before Parliament a new bill to streamline government scholarship administration, prohibit political appointees from assessing government scholarships, and eliminate political patronage, cronyism, nepotism, and corruption in awarding government scholarships. Scholarship or a kaya see that one yasem.
How do you must say?
Boy,
now more investigating man.
Say school for no. A crash started Bob and I say Sikano.
Yeah, first time go. You are not much bribe or more. Oh, you let your bribe mom or Mahama. Bogovoya Fesike. Oh, no more. Young boy investigating this can. Oh, you to be Vamania to Chomogu.
Number
19. Ban illegal and new mining activities in forest reserve. Roll out Tree for Life and Blue Water Initiative to heal unsustainable hardness and the environment by turning areas and water bodies degraded by illegal mining into economic and ecological recovery hubs. And no, say NDC chairman be a forest man the wood deforest
deforest no
and there's another story about and who videos no another story about architect manso yeah Erastus Asaredonko e de betu dwa say hodo kamia say obi kra licensed small scale o ye adwuma mu ho na national security be ka say also free ho so mo ho national security
small scale mining ye galamsey no
line obi ho ya man license
they gave them license to do galamsey obi wo ho oni license but small scale mining onyankopon say yen kan we should ban small scale mining
no they are
them galamsey
Ghana
okay let them continue one day when you don't get water to drink and you die that is when you realize that being a Ghanaian doesn't give you the entitlement to destroy our water bodies and our forest and our environment.
I'm not talking water bodies.
Me land no kurampo ye di
can't say akata manch siaso no yes mining underground mining underground pit and omo ye ho adwuma na omo kire say national security ebeje sa mine no say entokwa bi asi wo ho ema omo wie omo twa omo ho ma national security for start mining according to
why we should ban all of them
na national security for mpanyin for say restaurants de buy no omo free site ho as a soldier for no free ho and na nkrofo no san call back as an owners of the mine call back then the national security asan ko hobium because they actually said they stopped them from mining because there are issues there yentien some owners of the mine kai
of April we were here around 11 to 12 the national security came with armed military men and they asked us to leave side because they are taking over so we left and went to meet them in Kumasi but on Thursday dawn the military men left side and also came and took over and we have started our business.
What was the reason behind them coming here based on the conversation they had with you?
They only told us that
internet and then chatted.
That they only told us that there's a directive from Accra that they should come and take over the mine.
Right, and we owners of the mine, national security call after as in the second going, you know, and more interview why they went back to that mine to go and work. National security penimu Ashanti region in charge. One also at the NSM etudra and penny for a year juma or minerals commission. According to them, the people or more licenses a chromono and yet complete. As in the license was not and yet full in nimu enye and no mu juma. In fact, acquire NDC MPP conversation because according to Onano or no that area ewo Ashanti region. Obuase mine area ni bia omu twa bi edema miners anaso omu ewa Ashanti region omu ye mining ena womo edibi ma community mining mo omu start ye adwuma ho nsensem epie mountain so ye ntie de panimu
belong to all Ghanaians. Fake. You are faking documents here.
No, sir, it's not.
Why is it not fake? Is the file yours?
It's a copy of the original file. For the original document, we don't have. This is photocopy.
This is photocopy.
Yes.
You see, this is from office.
And it is on what?
Mineral Commission.
What? This one is what?
It's a file.
What is the file?
Mineral Commission.
A file is a collection of documents.
Belonging to who?
The
Belong to all Ghanaians. Belonging to who?
the letter
Belonging to the company, but unfortunately,
Which company?
They've compiled all those one onto this one.
Who compiled all?
That's why I said I came to meet it.
So who are you here? The media, you can look at it. They are operating with fake documents.
He's talking.
They have 5 different companies that they are working, operating on this concession. And yet, they don't even understand the content of their own file. These are people who are managing our forests. How many files do you have as a company?
We have filed for Mineral Commission. This is what we do.
The whole company.
right nti abeto dwa se enkrate kromom de adwuma no fake according to minerals commission yentie panimu a ono na da national security ano Ashanti region.
It's about the operations at this site, and as the mineral commission said, they don't have all the requisite license to operate here. And what sparked our interest is the use of illicit drugs and the crime rate over here and their mode of operation, the hazard towards they themselves. That got our interest to come to this place. So as you said, when we came here, our main interest is to stop the operation that is happening over here. There is no mining activities going on over here. So the picture that was supposed to be posted was supposed to be that is happening over here. There is no mining activities going on over here. So the picture that was supposed to be posted was supposed to show this, not.
Enti na ni nyina na national security panimu a na said you know hwe mining so Ashanti region say national security did not do any mining at that site. But according to Erastus Asaridonko, when national security took over, they started mining there for some days until Thursday evening. And wamu free ho. Now, National Security or Minerals Commission is saying the license a crown for no one more parade this one more license from the Bay Edgeman. A fake. I was here, Janet and solo, if you are high and your mobile train come. We are starting with the first 120 days of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the 26th contractor, one in Ghana for a call. Yes, say, will be to me at the Google Quem, say, Harry Kakra. What's your opinion? How would they assess His Excellency John Dramani Mahama first 120 days? Solo.
Oba mechiao echia wetifo nyina echia Jenny the friends demonstration tactician.
Exercise about this
demonstration
exercise
no takem. Oh yeah no.
Oh, I saw her walking.
Oh yeah
me who saw Nante.
Bebe no Nante.
No.
Oh what is that? Where are they?
Na me free no for.
Now free no, but no for just a wedding. What the Azaya, what the Dada go.
David, we are young.
But demonstration, no cry. So much down.
I know I am so to care with the young one.
They have straight routes.
Tell me about me observe. Nah, me who say,
me nanti throughout.
The woman Yan said, "Dear, who show ye on paper, dear, or man penny, yeah, man, bonabaswa. Maybe about 75% what me achieve. And the other person, dear, why? Na enye enough, just say, okay, economic dialogue, no, or better, yam economic dialogue, dear, na dear braye, educational review, at the end of the braye. Galamsey, no, and that's WOHO.
In fact, the recommendation that the teachers and heads of tasks for the by after the educational review, no, I say, implement here apart from a Gianna or we say head teachers, no.
Yes.
Yeah, the behind you.
Yeah, can you know,
or
more transfer.
And the Prime Minister has had 2 morning say, I say, quality in society.
Nice. The minister no person on because and go for this. I'm telling you, what is right. And to me, the minimum say, yeah, so media so 1,480 days, and we do 120 days. Within it, 1.10 go for, but in the same way, you could have it say as a banker, omuni board, anti-bank in this war, omuni who. So I say, the person could a proposal, or person come loans now with the argument to watch and affect business. The message say onion in term. Baby brain so any boss.
MMDC appointment.
Yeah, and also cry home man so any idea.
Ambassadors
and my state owner you grab one more deputies near you to me fan question. Minimum dear AC on quine. Lobbying Yamus man and also minimum do bet my young man 1 year day. Yes, not on madam. My father say offer economy na nkasa so a ya obi antumi enka nkyere me say see no enkoye ne de so bo no bebo governor of Bank of Ghana dia ene ekoye so a o say ye de ehun na say ye de ema no
ene afenyo market say Trump ntia na atofo se nye
na Trump no say na Biden nti so ana na wa ma $1 number for nse munu no mo ka kire no because you see I say see the annual start say ko for ma be ba be bo abanso bo e di say ekoye a make sure on cran said dear ade bia omo ye so omo na eya omo ntonko so anye de enye mane mra for businessmen ne women ye ho hen ha ye na mama ase wo odwetira na ehye ase o ye sansan nsu no enya fault na oman na ye de eya manashe eno so ye ade a eya de pa but in spite say $1 yi ba for any o maboade minim muna mukodwompa
the Tiana, Fango na nebo na
abafom. But in Yanini a year yet or no say, San Yama win now can I say what Greek ministry no went to me a woman, Yanina, Mamma, you. Agriculture, so no, ye no banner say, a law require a quart young fool anno. And as a market sentence, no, and ya, a bit within Yanina Bakruma boy for 1 year. Eduane ba kromo so no one more a restaurant near you so when ya kan ye Ghanaian sem na say won say edundun Ghana minister no hwe bibi on hwe bibi ye nim sa de we say ana we na wo be ka technicalities ye nim an say Ghana no ko offer
fault
why ne fault
that no ejakra na to omo ba ko mu a omo ye ya
enti won hwe ho no mame so edura nyumira ya ade a medwene ho a mentia secha o mahiafo asam ye mobo ene obi pon adwuma ka okọ pokwase na trotro driver na load na dina kosi achimota no wasi no o si na no asanso
apply for
no asanso gisani pa minister of transport no ya de about o ntumi nya adwuma na ora mama mpam no ye ni tama ye besoso ni paso
na minister of transport onya trotro for ne because PRT any one more yes I adwuma na they are autonomous
that be enti ba na also solution ne ba enti ene na transport no to de no ye by now also policy no yes send ye benya your friend say o man na benya transport say de wunim no nkura wakoso nyina your busing system e o say to be starting your friend say trade
ye the metro mass by to solve some of these problems
yes
ayalolo ebeka
ho na ekro no ayalolo de omo inflate me ameka kire sa so de broni ni say wonye yida because one man aban NDC aban atwem sa time no inflate figure and say tam and MPP for so beto aso ana mubu o man ti sa ya little bus mu betwi mfie petepepe ntimitika eye krono but minister ya obetena on oni private sector enko agreement near solve sa problem and no create nyuma small workers ebeye den na obi a we expect say ade chia ode akoma fine eba be ya adwuma opon kra okofi kra edi obi apon 6 o'clock obedru fi na ekobo 11 amache wasa simasa de bia o face the same problem now your minister and ministry mu dumi address this problem ona aba be dey on hwe ho emaye your friend is say yes spouse yi Kofi Adams me hu so be o yes chemists onyere no ma na ni nkofom na omuama enioma gwena no kotokone house cra boy anoma cra ni stadium na kotokone house boy anoma ni stadium bibi ekofom omuana na munye dey enyedu boys yi bi bai omusu banye appointees ofre omo awo no mfa na ya fro na wo mfa no ye be ma information ye ba mo office so also appointment who told you people so say book appointment as a public office some hunu na mo tete mo office no andra me call back your friend say chief judicial secretary Juma me did the secretary no or say do you have appointment as you are not serious me a Ghana ni I a public office I don't need any appointment to come here what you say but I'm say hey stop it Ozzy and yeah we your friend is so when I say maybe illiterate minimum tro minimum maximum maybe can you say me 101 am catch
tro na fan come
minimum tro say na mo ye na Ghana phone mi anko offices or some money open ni hu say nyina tumbe kan adwene kire dipa untumi nya adwuma na yempa obi a
say no hon code of conduct na jada no opa hon
na code of conduct
wo mo ai toto CEOs ne chief executive deputies ni ade ne ministers hampers nyina wo se obi antobi
na ombeti
wo mo je achede so a eburu sika bi a wo mo enkodi
kiri for the time okay say omode code of conduct ba say ministers ni yi entukwan ada wo sansa de say nyure na nkasa na United Air na me tukwan ministers na gu first class na do so say time na code of conduct no kra mai because o mampani unnie ni a do ba bia wa kawi ni pa so ni so ade na be wa kawi and it when there on paper is good but implementation no me cross ade say ade get shall mampani ko say or the 6 months salary kwa koto
Mahama ke
me pese betibida
ade
o mampani ye ni etu akase di
set an example
ade example ti sia na wo
sebe obi ade ne sika ebeko
nje obele no wadidi obefe sika na sana kedo foriata ba minyipe ya tie ni na data bank loans akese ya genia ne company advice enso so onye pay that be o mani twa akase ya adwuma ya memfa sika nche because when this go be bia it is assumed say wadwuma wo ya presidency it is assumed say won ye ademudie o be bia gift kra na obi di ka bre wi wo so bia ba che entu we have no benye sika didi mo bia me kan che so wonje salary na e wo de we don't need it jiwaketwa nemum your money ye no money musika ntumi hwa Ghana for no what a medical trust fund e wo say also be on capo NHI no masa sika ni bi na nkom ni enya ba bi e benya so so aba begum ni any corporate institutions no ka no bedo neji e kan tell the salary me obia was so the salary che bia no me for serious because then me say other means of getting money ara me boa na wa nyes ka obedidi a giant fan office obenya alternative source of revenue.
That's what only president no didi.
What did he? The ma president you see twa ka je nya afena de ba beche mesrepa o mampani onye ne sa emfa emai. Oye we nyina wi a at the end of the day mebunu do na egufie ne dwuma no. Ya omu nyina da so gufie. Omu ni adwuma.
No why NEIP Ministry of Youth. Omu nyina ka bo mu a 120 days 20 a year wom. Say obepa adwuma ma mebunu
national apprentice otia wontie mi say why ye da adwuma mo be ya ne so mo G4 na go share for security for bastard for the go share mo pepa yi mu aka ya fa enka ya ndis o mama o mebunu ni kufie gofo awie university as we speak There's a 5-6 years in Omunya Numa ye. Yap, was sorry, a Yaube, you may be sorry, we need be a con or Tefaco. Andra, Barcelona, Inter Milan, boy, ya. Obiti Turin, and I say Inter Italy, Mamma Bobo. Now we'll lose one again and this one day or the Cacana or Wabaka. Alpha. Nkolani nyina da ne betting professors na first pa kora na visa e mema nkwa na twa se ma ni twa se mema
she da no e that ya so dem e preach what say we
twa bet ti adaya adwuma ni system ni ti kakra na ye benya eno so na ma peti TV na doso woto bibi da na oba be fa phone call be fa koton je kotwa bet for na adwenem no so bi ni ti mesre mo se mo be ma mebunu nyuma monya de etene monya adwumaden adwumason ne mabunu no enya adwumanye women's bank ya modesa totofi wanda da sika no ebe hunhuna no eno hunhuna nipa wo because seed money amode buy am say yes 2.5 million a year said bank in a year ye no kroma no your friend is a seed money and I say 25 million on the buy
billion
25 billion
I know they buy for which one?
Social bank.
Women's
bank.
No, 51 million.
51 million, right. Which is about $2.5 million.
3 cities, something.
Meanwhile, the minimum capital requirement for a bank. That is also a bank. Yeah, you can't say banker. Say what minimum capital requirement. To 51 million, and yet your minimum capital requirement. Again, a better than a man. Yeah, ma no ye nuano mo mana ko nya biaje omani anya dey and that fine ekroma efin pa ekroma efin omumemu nti eno nti ne to abama ora John Dramani Mahama eno nti owonwum bia ya na me de pa Mahama is the hope for Madagan and it also onenye omzo onu na the hope ti onko fasa redemption and famra Ghana for na ye ho toy ye nyina ho toy ya politics ya sound ba ye ka say hot ye me system ni mo ahye papa mo starting je janu omo ni na enya yi enkoko na baby o se koma nkofo tumi nya access to credit ni yi adwuma no omunya bi nya adwuma na ye nyina ye ho nya dai entoy appointees amode mo start etoto adan ye yi mo no later ne be ka mo nsam let's know ha
appointees ni bi toto da
mo ba ya mo start eguso toto dan je bribes akese me ma listen don't worry me ye compilation me start ya ye ho adwuma
na mka so was start ntinka obi a nipa ba ko bia
no pesa omunya be hu la be bo ba ko pedi pe on be hu se me hu system no me hu ba bia yi no
se da no mete se bobi ansakra ka se
ebi o
ba ko bi on ko woni MPP ni na ko na wate ne to wakoto flat mienu
me say wo mo
wakoto flat mienu
ya na ye nim bi se bi ya dwene agimi ana because se nyenkofo se bi fum sika ne yi no minim nteti aba because ye nyina ye nyini no ye teti ya immodesty but Sisiana, it seems that politics, you know, is an avenue to stealing.
Yeah.
But yes, ye. And you walk politics, what you'll be able to catch us, hey, one more in the hole, now soon ye be. Lambs mean ya, dear. You go, you're gonna follow. And don't you, John,
right?
It's on your money.
Janet, first 120 days in office as president of Ghana, 26 social contracts with Ghanaians.
Maminchia Solomon so maminchia motiefo nyina na PMP4 mo hwe anapay 120 days Solomon can bibima amana ye me de papa because ye bibia the entia ye nyina ye wo politics no na to do with the people of Ghana being comfortable, having jobs to do. Rules and regulations are send ebe ya bibia betima kwaso from enunti na yeti political parties. But as time goes on, me who say a lot of bad people run into politics to use it as a conduit to be able to make money. Inti omoba politics na omo main mandate is not say ombe bo Ghana for ama Ghana akosu yie. But say no betima ya omobe nyesika. And such people, we have to disabuse their mind and make sure that sa mentality no, we will be able to erase it off completely. And now onyankupa ombuaye na sa nipa omoye nipa bonofo we say omonti ntra ene amini wuke say obi wo any maybe hospital ontimi eduro bi wo ho mo si onkoto onye sika nto obi wo ho a opɛ sika odi be fruka akodwuma ontimi nye sika fruka ankodwuma obi ndidi ye since endura up to this time na we a politician na wuti wu chair so now our main mandate is not to think about all these people, the vulnerable. Nkwalamo omu nanti omu sira sika ye nim de ebetima ya ye be make sure say ye di omu be koko to bebi because akwala dia enyo ne pese wunwu no ba pe sa akwala no obeye responsibility of the state. So de ebetima ya nkwalamo omu be nanti serious sika ye be ji omu adi omu ko bebi a they will be able to get 3 meals to eat. The ombetima nya school akọ na omo life da chibi ye comfortable la sa na onyankopon pese yembeye na politicians omo kano it is a religion no nipa bebre ka say omo see politics na eye omo ye nipa bonifo sa Machiavellian type of ways no you come use lies use all sort of things to get into power for the end justify the means there be. Politics is a religion. So when you cause the spirit of compassion, you cannot become a good politician. That chibi obibeka say, that time na ya no ti hano. Oh, na ye weni. That chibi obibe dream who on dream at the papa being so. Into ye ka politics ye politics dear. But the main reason why ye can't about politics has to do with compassion. It has to do with thinking of others, not one kwan.
Right.
120 days of President Mahama. Me who I saw you sliding the things he has done and those he has not done, and you can see that the things he has not done are more than the things he has done.
Oh,
Back
first one nomination within the first 14 days.
Nomination of what?
The cabinet ministers. He did it. Constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic.
You see, enuna mikano. You see politics. Na wumba wupese wun ya no politics. But wupese wun dada nipa se we politics ha. Eya na eya sem. Or say lenient and most efficient. It's not true. You can't say a lean government no. It was to cut down cost. Enunti na esi lean government. Na enye costa adi enti na wope lean. Eye cost entera. But President Mahama o kati lean government no. Mini wu kese yi our Jubilee House. President Mahama ne sa ne nipa bebre ano wo no. No mu di 327 million to run the Jubilee House. Today President Mahama is using Nanado. President Mahama is using 2.7 billion to run Jubilee House. That is not efficient. That is politics. And I mean him say supporters there. So almost see supporters are. Now we are a supporter of MPP and NDC. You are not just supporting them to do bad things. Because we are sad now. What from coin even against Onyankopon aye nyina ye som no. We nipo bonini awo Onyankopon enim. Inti ohwe say who supporting I'm just supporting a political party. Omo wu me to MPP so and omo di MPP sim card di to miti. Omo wu me to NDC so inti me wo NDC sim card omo aye no auto reverse. Di omo ye bia me MPP ni. Wo sa nipa no mo ni botaye awo Onyankopon enim. Obeye ni djuma on pe obi a or reason in that manner. Ope obi a odi ne nu betu form na onhwe ade holistically na onhwe say de oyeyi because obi see obeye lean government mini wu kese yi odi 2.7 billion na ye lean government no onu nkwa ne budget this in 2024 budget for Nana Akufo-Addo was 3 billion. Mini wu kese President Mahama is taking 11 billion. It is a 1 year NDC member. Now at this critical point, ma vote President Mahama. Sisi onu na president. Now still, you are sitting on the defense. Debi kabia ni ho. We dey kwaji budget ne kosu. Hwe mini wu kese wo vote ma NDC. Sisi a NDC aba power. Ena wo bibia ye okay. Now we pese we Ghana ntra na we vote ma NDC because who di say NDC ne betima ye djuma no na omoba na we still we were defensive place we defend ya mpacho adibone bia NDC ye uno mo na ye and yes omunkwa even though we need hwe
You've
but
not
anka
seen anything positive in the first
positive
120 days.
it's not about positive obisi Matima Falin government intimi for 7 people no sisi they are taking 2.7 billion na obi for 18 or 20 people are no G3 327 million wouldn't say president Nana do biti this in Mahama or ye good man papa ye can about development it's about obi abenye nkiti. And yes, you will pick small people and saturate them with money. That one you will be having this in say about GDP. You will have a huge GDP. Yeka development, no development. Nipa kitwebi wosika awo krum. Na omo kano they don't have anything.
Dollar to CD petrol above.
It's not about dollar to CD. Say Onua FM. So omo befa only 3 people. Na omo wo sika bebre na mo amuka no mu ni hwia ye ka GDP mu GDP be huge but ye ka development is about individual obi ani hwi na NDC government eno no omo aye no because omo si omo operate lean government the lean government is too expensive for the people of Ghana to carry and na de ye me ye ne say enye say PMP for ye mbeka it is NDC for omo dream enye about politics eye about protecting Ghanaians. Essentially, Mumbra Nombeka to President Mahama say, lean government is more expensive and it is also not development. It is it's about GDP. It is not about development. Development is about individuals. Now, we wafa lean government. Meanwhile, with lean government, yeshemwa nipa bebre nisika anka wufa bebre kurampo no bianya kitwa. Eye, chen wudi small people abe 95,000 Ghana cedis. Our Jubilee House anka woman no 10,000 na woman so be 10,000 you don't know that Ghana there will be money in the hands for people to spend and then obiba na obeye development statistics obe can say oh the living standard of Ghanaians is okay.
That is the purpose of the women banking.
What women enu kurampo na ye miya no women's banking is fraudulent. Sana meka. Miti say we pay say we start a bank. How much money are you supposed to use to start a bank? Now we say women what are women of where? Women are Ghanaians. Women bank of Ghana. Now we be start a bank no. We say we defer 400 million now we be what you call infrastructure there here. We be see then how much money do you need to build a house? To build a bank. Into we be building one bank our Accra ha obi wotumu na ope loan obeba Accra ha babe accessible loan no ana obi what this in Nandom obe free Nandom aba ha ana we be see banks no in the 16 regions ana we see banks no in the 261 districts ahifa na obe see bank no look Ghana the politics na ye no ye manin chom dia mimi ken onipa bebre ya omo ka se mempe President Mahama asem but onyankopon a yesom no onim se enya sa I am hard on him so that he will be able to do the right thing ena obi do President Mahama obema President Mahama se wo se wo do President Mahama na wo do Ghana fo wo hwe nkwala mo omo bre wo hwe ma omo bre wo hwe omo ye farmers omo bre
na 120 days asesa
enya 120 days nkwa but obi starting chira wo say nipa kro no he's heading towards some place and na starting now was starting no wonim say me bisa omo about the 24-hour economy any budget so the 24-hour economy was to provide sustainable jobs no sa omo nakop ne sa Mahama care ne ejumawura sa 419 tactics omo disi ho ya omo di siphone sika ma omo akasa omo ho na mo yesa wo koda hwe mi ya diboni a mi wo PNC a mi call PMP omo see the entia mi kurampo mi ba into presidents even they won't even chop anything because of the way I do things mi sika omo see yemfa nyedwuma I always want us to use it so that to make the party robustful and people will see our party and be happy that oh mumsha we mu no we intimi disika na ma extending it to the regions na regions no there aha me bisa regions no so mo ka say me ma Jimmy
na say santrom so
anka me wosika there be me Jimmy anka me so metima tena sika no so but me man tena so me dia ma regions say mo so mo ma mo san ye how na enko constituency na ekọ constituency a ebekọ into polling stations ama jumana yeye say we party na party ni better for ma we leaders because we leaders ni stingy people in politics obia ope me businessman me fa no do policies so because businessmen omo ye very stingy who Solomon na oti hoyi oh you very stingy papa because almost stinginess no ne mom wo sika no when him businessman on spend sika enti they are not good politicians at all enti they me can say President Mahama ya vote Ghana for voter mouse say wombra to make the living standards of Ghanaians better but many will say things are not going well. Look at the galamsey, the magnitude of people. Ne de sisi omuye. Omu wa abontin kura na omuye galamsey no. Na President Mahama, eya wukoda, wudwi unhusen. Eya, we share.
Ama Kofi Bua hasn't done anything to fight galamsey. Arresting some California there.
It's not a matter of arresting. Ban because you need lands ye di be ye farming no. Kontom bre ba kun ye 20 Ghana cedis our Ghana ha. Enti wuko da wo da ne sen
Ghana ni nya
mining hwe wonim say Australia wo gold chain Ghana but who the devastating nature of mining they said no it's better we use our land for farming. Enti Ghana we are so greedy about money, greedy about becoming wealthy and driving in cars, we don't think about the next generation. And I say you thinking about the next generation.
Back into the studios of Onua 95.1 FM, Janet and Solo Egusu Haya Yedin Komo Dano Janet political parties ni bi isi mountain so omo demonstration say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kwan of so yi CJ e de free hono na nya kwan pa during the demonstration a policeman was assaulted. During the demonstration a member of parliament was assaulted. I don't know what is which because police are afraid a minority leader. Say omra mebo omo na omo investigating an issue. Minority leader has also written to the police that he has also been assaulted. And what she enra e bi the court ma a former attorney general and a member of parliament. As I'm the court say kwan His Excellency John Dramani Mahama so no. Wan fa kwan paso. Court no abo atwegu. Solo
no crowd me say my men starting free attorney Supreme Court sem na so clear minim die nti kra na Godfrey Damene eko asifa da so ewo hono mo say omo kwa stop your man beni so obey the constitutional duty but court there to say the obi aka you know I say choba say chance obi edidim bi and
I heard Nanabi raise issues about the constitution of the judges and as more the Chief Justice for Fraud as a panel members to listen to this particular case. Or say they were judges on the case already. As or by no be a free and now they for fraud ababeka holding who I can be only
first of all judges 5 a track is you see Omubia was appointed by NPP president. Justice Bafuboni, a Yoraku for a pound. Justice Henrietta Mensabosu, a Nanekufodo, Justice Ameritanko, a Nanekufodo, Justice Julie Kolende, and Nanekufodo, Anna Justice Energahu, and Nanekufodo. And Joe say, yeah, say, judges say, oh no, oh, Casa President appointed woman in the party affiliation, that's all more aligned to the party, or send people the benefit from. But Hamran Yeka, Edu baby, and yeah, or Munyas are petty politician. Emrana mo de ko asem na mo de ko da court ne mu ha enya asem mo edu ana court no aboato agu 3-2 but it becomes the court decision aye nyina wo se tiase be free say me say be before no mo bia mo de bo ma me na enye demonstrations any court na mo kom na mo be ma no sa sound legal advice omo be ma no credible witnesses a okohia committee na obetime di akọ Now what you call finish it. Your friend say petition say, yay. And no cry na me to na me say, my men checking the backgrounds of these petitioners. Who are they? Are they politically aligned? And I say, what are they? Because we man na me kuhu ora than Euphoria. Na bebre nim than ora than Euphoria. If he's not the richest, he's one of the richest Ghanaians in this country. Our shares for all major companies from EcoBank to LG to oil, but who are so simple. On versus no. To such a person, on the crowd cast all aligned politically. I didn't remember MPP. I know how he has worked with the MPP as a member. And so a petition. So Ora Mahama ne question that sa papa penia sabi orden ho ode force echi say on petition ana. Well, what the allegations about the 21 allegations of misbehavior and 4 allegations on incompetence. Council of State, maybe if you said the was a case, you say, in your so be no mujina so they establish a prima facie case. And
but one member of Council of State has also come out. We hear she has come out to say the petition in Moha.
Oh no, crowd and some crowd. So yeah. So far the man and so yasan to one here on Chekrano on survival system. A dear petition would just establish a prima facie case against your friend say Charlotte say. A dear petition. Mama book for Cromwell. One now, yes, a ma'am, Charlotte or say was some to answer your coin in the floor and will be born. It's one yes idea, no Sam Tromo Jono, we don't want to hear it now. Say, if there is nothing on toward that on your board, becoming so a board, I break for or to be a demonstration. Your board, they even show your peace. So Yentia would just as a former Chief Justice, no, na yen fan guide on because ye Chief Justice if you are yai. Go Chief Justice. Maybe go Chief Justice. So what is my interest? Menini menene and 3 months over beer makase but so also the aircos on and yet now we are former Chief Justice. Now to me my country Ghana for Abra one casa na establish a prima facie against a Charlotte or send me a year if it's one. Now I would not take a 146 years old. Okoto yen budget. Yeah, for Sanji Chiromai. You're consistent. Me makase, but committee never tenacity on for perperi and any day. And yaguma, some ameno, BBM mona, one kase, chinchine chan, BB 1 and ye. But baby, I'm a tenor. Say, me and mamma can negotiate Ephraim. Because even so, Komukura no nase, the Musuma, it will be difficult for her to work with this administration. Yeah, I cast the independence of the judiciary. Yeah. There are converging points at Chief Justice, and was so too many president a year, Juma, in a cordial manner. In a cordial manner.
Emran a man of crime more yet. What has it got to do with the president?
No, sir. Emran so she said, baby, why was there stability of a country? Oh, here Supreme Court, a 2013 Supreme Court ruling now. Not clearly, baby, I say your friend is say, returning officers and sire. And no a tiam rano, you say, now, o calculate, sir, pension, sir, and on one. Now, I said my election, the Koranov. But Supreme Court said no, your public policy, your principles of the directive principles of state policy, said be more minor kabuno, or mutia marano so na obia kosala ya to aba na say
obiant na say
I didn't tell say affected. Oh, the wisdom in it just to preserve and at that point, you know, almost on minor stability rather than say what say. And it's yes, Chief Justice, instead of Biano, in spite of so independent, there are certain areas we agree with the government, said they are a beconin. See, I'm not critical that rift, you know, to one survival. And it's a men negotiating my day. Back to demonstration, meaning I Janet Mo, a coyer. Janet and Cassano, on the party, what is their philosophy and their own position on this matter? Apart from Onua be a better workers, I mean, Tobia workers, as a party on Qua community. What must say? You start here, and before the catcher say, you're unconstitutional. Now, in the latter days leading to demonstration, only every ho, Betty Richard Ahaba, at Kodia, Ama Mekra many Apalu, and ya banta, your friends, the radio, so me was also one constitutional provisional. John Mahama, Aflato. And Yabase, after the idea, and your lobby until demonstration, political. So more demonstration. I can play the voices or can we was several platforms. So say enye law bio politics na yenti akoye politics so when me fan say
the removal of chief justice the politics
no MPP Anyaba and Anyaba was speaking for all those that two parties
never
including Janet
never
opa young go we go Anyaba position on the matter
no that's Anyaba and the MPP
now
from the and you are saying that Nami Nkwana Mika deputy general secretary
who is that your deputy general secretary
is it not Kadri Isa
Kadri Kotra baby as Kadri kan no infa
hey
why is the substantive general secretary one kasa Kadri ko kasa
Debi onu Kumasi
most
of the radio stations in Kumasi
I don't know why issue statement amra me hu
Debi yeah issue statement that say yes
so Debi akasa so what I'm saying
Debi
is Chief Justice BNY ye fana ye did demonstration the fano so if all these political parties no pass mo hu bibia enya o mampeni no ye bibia ye unconstitutional the only body that is clothed with say obey determine say they unconstitutional the Supreme Court adena mo court adena mo fa ma dwene nkeka mbo ho say this is our position na mo yenko test the laws of the land court ye wia say court no gimo asem no tumu a ye de aba be kekere mampeni ni sa so it was much to do about nothing look demonstration no abranche biede camera ni see so ye busa no so no be bi ne de na ba no adwuma no hia
any aka che say be management
na sa branche na refi say party or no mo na mo wodi o mo cha demonstration 4 months ya no mo free mo ma dua management ana o ma chiche nkwada na adwene ye busa another person so what say e we that demonstration where e be chiska demonstration me on be we wo hanom
ai e wo jubilee
sika chemu
Roman asori na
nyamia memu anka
me de me hu sika me hu aduane de
me de me hu sika Afrika ko nyamia memu anka sotoro me se mani se omo na ma du tro be pack one by be fanipa
so omo fa account e bi omo de fa account
to omo ba no e che sika chemu no obi pese o check abale oyi bi free me na be ka cho ya enti me true traffic light I say akonse
30 cedis no for lorry fare no obi an yi free
why go you why che
there be 30 cedis for lorry for this no
that's all nyina akra no mo want na 30 Ghana no
dey the 30 for food kura and then for transportation
obi ani abere se okwa ko demonstration ye mo obi ani say mo mango fo duane so menante tie
the obi aman eduane Onua na odi ne 30 cedis a obekwa yes and because WOHO politics is so the Solomon
and the pardon me by obi at 30
there be share obi mo hu for instance me nipa me di buy almost about 100 and something people me di buy mama bia me sa 30 cedis no obi kurampo me youth organizer onu kurampo o ma me say o ma me about 2000 Ghana cedis say me fa na me say so de wo so fa chiche ma o mo nipa mo bebre na o mo jisika obi nipa bebre o mo wiye o mo koye obi mbambe disi obi ajiska wo sa demonstration na Solomon ni ka say wo sa demonstration ni Solomon ni ka say emami hu say President Mahama sa 2024 election no enke PMP enke be challenge sa election he did not get that number rigging ka ho because Mike
41% MPP nya no Mahama rigging
through rigging because unim dia Mike mpacho more than 1 million people hwe unim bibi around 4
was it there
around 4 AM
was it there anybody quiet
more than 1 million people on the 4 AM 4 AM na more than 200 people na wo dissent eyemi nwanwa
because kakra
hey I was supreme
less than 100
4 AM mpacho Solomon dissent me hu say obeji time ne nyina me hu say onu nka hwe enu ti na aba beji time inti mpacho hwe Ghana say almost democracy me hu no on Monday no more than 1 million Ghanaians ne buy on the streets. President Mahama is one of the most unpopular president as we speak today. Say, Wubeba as a president less than 120 days. Na Greater Accra region alone. Ye dom. Dear ne ye mi no. The sun was scorching.
Mama singro for baby.
Awa hifa. Miko say na mika no. Unim say this in me regional chairman ni secretary for Ashanti region. Omo ba ha. Mi man frɛ omo. omo anedi omo sika ba ye
only greater
me greater Accra me regional chairman and secretary for Kumasi omo ba ye me hu secretary no me hu no that was around 2 o'clock ye call Jubilee House no na me hu no amika say o say me buy say me support you me see me da si onyankopon shire o after that kura ma hu omo biom but omo call Kumasi omo ka kire me say omo ba but I was so shocked say youth of Ghana omo beba on the streets of this in what to cry Accra omo the sun was so much na omo wom wo beti man omo see President Mahama dada ye o trust obema ye women's bank na women's bank na o see obema ye no na monko budget na monko hwe na saa nipa boni we ye njan no ye be ye demonstration atie no so obi mu wo meti omo ka se anka ye nko flat staff house kura ye nchinu ne ntunu ya na ye ko ho ma petition na ye den na me ka chiro obi se mpacho check those people at their dissent. That's not a nothing eba for demonstration. Way a peaceful demonstration. Inti musi si at the yanko oho na yanko chinu na ntunu ntwini na blah blah blah. The youth of Ghana almost 24-hour economy to provide them jobs. Where is it?
More pie police ni asum.
Yeah. What can you demo Ghana Police Service? SSA yen titi omo ye Ghana Police Service because the treatment they gave to women on that day minim say na crowd no doors but the Ghana police treatment omo di mama me asoba yire some MPs omo mia ye te say na ye yesa na obekum ye they don't know empathy towards women the Ghanaian dissent and I wouldn't be they are very disrespectful of women the Ghana police very very disrespectful me who sad disrespect no on the day ye call Parliament House even this in a Jubilee House no and okay yeah but Supreme Court and a Parliament House please na no mo Supreme Court ne Parliament House no mo ye bad keke inti Ghana police for Parliament House obichi afenyo markings
afenyo bobia so obichi
obo anko be kumnu minim se obia suma nu se wo ba bono se ne obe kumnu obo se ne obo na dissent
afenyo
afenyo ha ena me gina ha obo
afenyo so born ni so
to defend himself so that he will not kill him. Who police if no? Police if no, they were so, especially those at the Parliament House, they were so bad, and the leader of that dissent should be held accountable. Anke ye abroad, anke omo be catch them say on resigning, but afenyo he was
lawless MP.
And a Supreme Court there me advise Ghana for say we no obi wa asema mpacho fako ye traditional leaders no ho ana fako shrine na monkonko ya ye need this in biu
woni obi wa
asema me nko court bio
kokobodua
fa ne kobodua ana kobodua ana fako ye traditional leaders no omo nhwema because enyesa na sa Ghana ha pastors aye hu omo a this political pastors president bi obedi wu be hu se omo prophecies be change judges omo tone be change na wan we bi wa hifa who can about the independence of the judiciary who can say they must be working with the president they say senior Nadine say the Omar fan as acting this senior oyen President Mahama Jumama no the judiciary they are very disgraceful as we speak now. You disagree and who say judgment no amuka no I disagree with them in total. Omuka natural justice is in Article 23 of Ghana's constitution and it's supposed to be given to everybody. So ebani say the President Mahama mo be natural justice ye betim 3 judges betim atiwa omo be ka say ye onyankopon be ma dachi bi mu nkola mu omo be ye mu nkola mu sa bibia wo be ye we wiase ha it will come back and hit you, not anybody.
See
demonstration no the next time President Mahama we are now ready to go to Kumasi, and that is going to be brutal. President Mahama say one far a chief justice in back say your train say obeko second one no then Parliament minority will be going through the process of impeachment of the president.
Impeaching the president.
He will be the first. Look, he will be
88
president. Just 120 days. We have already had 2 demonstrations. For Anoche Hospital, they are threatening demonstrations. It will be threatening demonstrations because this man is power drunk. Or person on Sunday running the third time. Power drunk, Mahama, power drunk.